Welcome to Podcast the Abridged Series, aka the most unintelligible form of comedy. It's your boy, Young Kiyoma, aka Apollo Order Attorney at Court, aka the Thinking Robot, aka Nick. And who are you?
It is I, the return of the 23 chromosomes. Let's go.
Okay,
I
keeping the let's go thing up. Okay, that's fair.
yeah, I'm keeping it, okay?
Keeping that. Okay.
I know it doesn't really work. I realize that. But I ain't no quitter.
That's nice. That's fair. I'll give you that. So yeah, we got Sean back.
Yeah.
We got Sean back, boys. Welcome
I
home,
was
Sean.
I was gone. I was on vacation.
Yep. And I got Josh on last episode. Man, I can't tell what was more of a train wreck, an episode with you or him. Both. I mean, it was an experience that was great. We gotta have him on it again at some point.
Yeah.
So you're gonna say something?
So I need to make an announcement.
Okay.
So we have these sponsors and everything, but we need someone real. We need a real sponsor, which is why I propose that if we can get not 100, but 105 subscribers, I will ask Dr. Thunder if we can be
You
a
will
sponsor.
try your hardest to get.
I will try my hardest.
You can do that. I'm not.
We
That's
got
not me.
we gotta start small, okay?
No.
We gotta start off with off-brand Pib.
No.
Now, for those who don't live in America, Pib is the American off-brand of Dr. Pepper, and Dr. Thunder is the off-brand of Mr. Pibb.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, no, that's a fair assessment.
We gotta start off small. We'll go with Dr. Thunder, then we go with Dollar Shave Club, then Loot Crate,
Can we skip that step?
and then VPN,
Okay, that's fair.
and then soon, that's right, we'll be advertising PewDiePie's chairs.
Shut the fuck up. Although, if Dr. Pepper wants to hit me up with one of them TAS sim, hey, you with Dr. Pepper now, I would not mind that at all.
I wouldn't mind either.
I'm not TSM, but I mean, shit. I couldn't be sponsored.
Hey,
by Dr.
hey.
Pepper.
I was just enjoying myself a good old pepper. Now I'm having myself a Sam's Cola.
I'm having Dr. Pepper right now.
Since 1990.
Is it bad for us to mention like stuff like that, or is that okay? Is that acceptable?
No. We just gotta say trademark at the end. Trademark.
Trademark. Copyright. The little C with the circle inside of it, or outside of it.
Yes.
Yeah. So Sean, what's been going on recently, man?
Yeah.
What's been happening?
With me,
Yep.
I've been testing to see how good I really am at games.
Okay.
And I like to consider myself mediocre.
That's acceptable.
However, your boy 23 chromosomes was playing some Smash earlier,
Okay.
and I was kicking ass with King Doodly D.
That's the best character in the game, King Goddamn Daddle Dingo. Let it be known.
And I won my first match with Bowser Jr.
Ew. Bowser Jr. is fucking dumb. Yeah, I was playing a lot of Smash earlier as well.
The only reason why I won with Bowser Jr. was was because the person accidentally did the wrong move and got themselves out, staged themselves out. Still a win.
So, why didn't you play online against me?
Because I was. So, Nick, what's been going on with you?
Because you were what? No, you didn't finish that statement.
Nick, what's going on with you?
What's the issue?
There's no issue.
Nah, there's an issue.
No, there's not.
You can't convince me.
Think about it. Think about it like this.
Okay.
It's not an issue.
So, it is something, it's just something that is an issue then.
Nick, what's going on with you?
I've got a feeling that I can take a guess as to what it was. I've got a decent feeling. But, you know, I've been doing a lot recently, actually. I've been working on something, you know? I've been editing a lot. I've been editing for Josh, the one that was on last episode. We started a series, so I did a lot of stuff on that. I have been playing a little bit of Smash. I'm just chilling. That's it. I mean,
Nice.
I don't have anything else besides that. I've been waiting for Mortal Kombat, pretty much.
I've been watching a show called The Act on Hulu,
Uh-huh.
and it sort of made me realize an issue I have with Hulu,
Yeah.
and that is, so Hulu, those who don't really have it, generally what they like to do is that, like, they will, when it comes to television, they will get the latest episode of what's going on instead of Netflix, where they wait for a while and then they just put the entire season up there.
Yeah.
Hulu, it's like probably like next day that now it's on. If it was on television, it's not on Hulu. Well, that makes sense. But what doesn't make sense is when they make their own television, when they make their own shows for their streaming service, and they decide that they're only putting up one episode a week.
That doesn't make any sense.
Exactly. Like, if you have the entire fucking show already made, just put it all up there. It is the
Is it a good
it is
show?
the age of. It's okay. I'm only watching. It's based off of a true story about a mom who it's about a mom who spent her entire life lying to her child and everyone else about that she has a lot of these like medical issues and stuff, and because of that she was very sheltered, and to an extent she was kind of held as a hostage. So what does she do? She meets a crazy guy online. They end up becoming together. She convinces the dude to murder the mom, which is the only reason why I'm fucking watching this show. I want to see the mom get murdered.
It's like Bastard, but really bad. You ever read Bastard?
I've heard of it.
It's not the manga. It's because that Bastard's more like Berserk. The one I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know that one.
Yeah, the one I'm talking about's a manhwa. It's on Webtoon. It's about a kid who's basically raised as an accomplice to his father's murder, and because of that, he can't turn his father in because he's an accomplice to a crime.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's also the whole like he's like mentally fucked up because of it, but also he's what is it? His dad doesn't allow him to do anything that would like make him physically stronger because he has a fear of his son potentially overthrowing him or, you know, trying to kill him himself. But that's what the whole plot revolves around, is him trying to find a way to get rid of his father without either him knowing or without turning him into the police or what have you. and it's a really interesting and well written story. It delves a lot into like the psychology of uh like just people around people like that, people around
Yeah.
somebody who has something like steep, like they're like something that's like super secret. Because
Yeah.
everybody the main character becomes friends with, they're always trying to find out what his secrets are, because he's a very secretive person. Yeah.
Um.
Eh,
So with the act, so Hulu has it listed that as like season 1, episode 1. So
Yeah.
I feel like it's going to be like one of those things where like each season is its own story that
Uh
has
huh.
to do with like a real life thing,
Mhm.
and it has to do with the whole entire thing of an act, which the name of the show, The Act, is pretty true to the show because um, Gypsy and Dee Dee, Dee Dee's the mother, Gypsy's the daughter. Dee Dee's acting as if there's actually something wrong with her, and Gypsy is acting like she's not doing anything wrong when she clearly fucking is doing some wrong shit.
Trying to get somebody killed, right?
Yeah. Well,
So,
it eventually leads to that, but like, so hopefully that they like each season is like its own story, and I have some ideas of what they can do with season 2.
okay.
They could do the story of the two 14-year-old girl, not 14, they're like 12, the two young girls who took their friend down into the middle of the forest and stabbed her for Slenderman.
Yeah, that was
I
a
would.
story.
Would you watch a show based off of that?
Probably not actually. Just doesn't pique my
Yeah,
interest, but I can see the
good
intrigue
point.
there.
Yeah.
I can see like, the delve into like the, psychology behind these characters, like why they would do something like that or what they were thinking at the
Yeah.
time or what have you. Yeah, it'd be an interesting take.
That's a weird thing because that is like recent shit that we're finding out. Is now like people are finding out, like people sort of already found out how emotionally that the internet can affect us.
Yeah.
But what about, but they're still trying to find, but they're still finding shit out about what psychologically what the internet is doing to us.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. On some
To me,
serial experiments lane shit.
what it's psychologically doing is making me fucking bored to death because there's nothing to watch on internet. I've complained about this all the time. My problems with Netflix and Hulu and streaming services in general is that there's too much shit yet not enough. There's too
Huh.
much to watch, but not enough for me to be like, I gotta watch that.
Yeah.
Or I already watched that shit, so now I want to watch something else like that. But maybe there isn't really a show like that. Or maybe I want to watch something completely different than that. So now there's too many options, but all of them are just kind of feel stale. It's an issue. Like, yeah, I watched like 13 seasons of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Maybe I want to watch something a little bit dark.
I mean, that's fair though. That's a fair assessment to make about streaming services as a whole, I suppose. I
I'm
I
not
don't
against.
use
I'm
streaming
not
services
against
all that
it.
much. I'm not like I don't have accounts on anything or anything like that. So
I miss the old days where we had to do everything illegally. Legally saying I never did any of that. I'm just saying I miss it.
we as in the collective we, not we as in me included.
Sure.
What is it? Is that a collective we or the royal we?
It's your podcast.
No. It's Weird Podcast.
Weird podcast.
Yeah.
Okay.
She. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it is. But yeah, like it is interesting to think about what the internet does to people from like a psychological standpoint though. Um
Yeah.
so speaking of like streaming services and shit, uh you we talked a little bit about this, but the new Joker trailer came out.
Yeah. It looks
Looks
interesting.
interesting. Yeah. Definitely more
I
interesting than
my
most of the shit that DC's thrown out in the past while, other than the shit, other than Shazam.
I heard the movie's good. I still haven't seen it yet, so I can't make a full opinion on it. Um, but yeah, from what I've heard with the Shazam movie, it's doing good. With the Joker movie, what I've said about it was that it looks like an interesting movie, but I'm not gonna say it looks good. It just looks
Yeah.
like it's
I mean,
going to be worth a watch.
I want to see them incorporate like possibly like something involving the Killing Joke or something into it,
Yeah.
because I think that'd be really interesting to see like a live action performance of that, and also how this iteration of the Joker acts, like how he does this, like how he portrays the character. I guess
Well,
would be the word.
if you know anything about Coquan Phoenix, then you might have somewhat of an idea.
You always pronounce this nigga's name differently.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just saying Coquan Phoenix looks interesting.
An interesting choice for sure. But it definitely could lead to I mean, it definitely could lead to some shit that's interesting. I wonder if I just want to see some kind of equivalent to the MCU from DC. I want to see something that can contend cuz
Like there was
yeah.
supposed to be that Jared Leto movie of the Joker, and that one was supposed to be like canon with the DC universe. But I don't know what happened, but that movie apparently got canceled.
It might be what they turned the new one into.
I don't know. Well, I think it also has to do with the whole entire thing with Ben Affleck no longer being Batman.
Batman, yeah.
So that probably messes
Which
everything up.
I didn't understand the whole trying to connect all DC movies to Dark Knight trilogy. I never understood the
It
infatuation with
it
that.
and it's not even consistently good at doing that.
Yeah, and the thing is, I am not a huge fan of the Dark Knight trilogy, if I'm gonna be honest. Like Bane's always a cool villain, right? Bane's always a cool villain. Their interpretation of the Joker, everybody knows, possibly one of the best acted portrayals of the Joker, right?
Um,
But
like I think I like the first two movies. I didn't really care about the third
I mean I
movie.
liked the first one. I didn't super like it, but I was like, this is pretty alright. But like I just wasn't feeling the second or third ones. And then that iteration of Batman is actually what made me dislike Batman as a character for a while, cuz he was just
Yeah.
very uninteresting to me.
Yeah. I don't know. I like that one. I also like how what Liam Neeson did before he had to save his daughter in France.
Ah,
That's all I got for that. That's all I got
that's
for
all
that
that's all you got
joke.
for that bit? So
Um, before before he trained Obi-Wan Kenobi, he trained Batman.
yeah, yeah. So that conversation uh
But anyway, no, I was gonna make a comment about how the reason why the Jared Leto movie didn't get made was because DC sort of realized that 30 Seconds to Mars isn't that good.
chill out. 12-year-old me would fight you over that.
You used to listen to 30 Seconds to Mars.
Don't remind me.
It's all right. We all had those bands where we're like, why were we into this?
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's generally like the new metal phase that we all like. Why were we into this at one point?
Yeah. God damn it.
It's all right. I used to be really into Linkin Park, and nowadays I only think that their first album was good.
That's rough. I'm pretty much the same way actually, yeah. There's probably some other bands like that I'm with, but like I couldn't name them off to you.
There's Stain. I think I was somewhat in the Stain at one point. They're that band that made that song. I don't know the lyrics. I only know when they say it's been a while.
Ah, yeah,
Post grunge
such a memorable song.
Post grunge was so stupid.
I mean, there's some good.
Post grunge is fucking Pearl Jam cover bands without the Pearl Jam songs, without the covers. That's what post grunge is. Besides Foo Fighters.
I was about to bring that name up actually. That is like the only
Foo Fighters is good. I don't care what anyone says.
That's true.
I might be really against late 90s alternative rock. But Foo Fighters gets a pass.
I gotta ask you a question, and I have a very strong answer about this question. What's your
right.
everybody's favorite? What is your opinion on Nirvana?
Nirvana?
Yep.
I think I do like them. I don't love them, but I do like them. The thing is that people always go to like there's two different types of Nirvana fans. The ones that obviously only listen to Nevermind and pretend to be in the Nirvana, and then the ones who realize that there's more than just fucking Nevermind. Because to me, there's some songs from Nevermind I do like. But the thing is, it's not their best album, in my opinion. And the album that followed up next to that, In Utero, is a much better album, in my opinion. It's a much more raw album than it.
I actually don't like them.
That's fair. I have a lot of friends that don't really like them.
Granted, I haven't heard a stupid amount of songs, but I've heard a good like 3 or 4, right? And it's just not like I just don't feel it. I think they're super overhyped as well. Like there's no way that people talk about them as much as they do and they're not overhyped. Not to say they're bad, it's just overhyped doesn't mean bad. Overhyped just means people like it's not as deserving of the praise that it gets.
The reason why they're so famous is that it's because they didn't create the grunge scene, but they
were the first big one, scene. Yeah, they were the first big grunge boys.
If we were gonna do the big four grunge in any order, I will have them. Number 4,
the Hokage Summit of grunge.
Number 4 would be Nirvana.
So that's
3 and 2. 3 and 2. That's a little bit hard, like because 3 and 2, it's Alice in Chains and Pearl Jam. I can't really decide between the two.
Got you.
And Stone Temple Pilots.
Number 1
is my favorite. Number 1,
Stone
Temple
Pilots. I do not know that one.
They had that song Creep.
No.
Okay. Plush.
Nope.
Sex type thing.
That just sounds like a trip.
Breed. That's a song from them.
I've heard none of their songs. I'm telling you that name brings no memories to my mind.
Okay. I don't know. Actually, now I think about it, I always have a hard time deciding the 3. I just know Nirvana would be number 4 because the other 3, I would
Pearl Jam's definitely
listen
up there,
to their music.
I can see that for sure.
Because the thing with Pearl Jam is that they're part of the big four of grunge, yet I see them more as an alternative rock band
I would agree.
than a grunge band.
I would agree with that.
Like, yeah, Jeremy, that's their first album. Obviously, that is a grunge album. Whatever the fuck grunge even is supposed to be. Because I
Right.
have a reason to believe that grunge is not an actual genre.
I mean, what's to clarify what is and isn't a genre? You know what I mean? That's not.
So
You can't state
grunge
anything as not a true genre.
grunge is an alternative is a subgenre of alternative rock that was based off of a style of music from a non-grunge band.
Yeah, no, that's true, but like, you can't classify what is and isn't. It's like the whole issue that was going on recently with that one song that everybody's talking about, the Old Town Road or whatever. They were like, it is not country enough to top the country charts, so we're taking it off.
Oh, the one with Billy Ray Cyrus on it?
The one, well, that's they had to remake the song with him on it so that it would be country enough.
Oh.
Supposedly.
Billy Ray Cyrus is overrated. Who cares?
He goes in on that song though. I'll say it every time. For no reason. I hate the fact that the song's actually good. I hate it. I don't want the song to be good, but it's good.
I remember this one time, there was these rappers who covered Achy Breaky Heart featuring Billy Ray Cyrus.
Who was it?
I can't remember the rapper's name, but like they did a rap cover of the song featuring Billy Ray Cyrus. That's how you know that you've gone down the drain when
That's
you're being
true.
featured on
But,
your
like,
own song.
The thing is, that whole song's thing, right? The reason he had to re-record it was he made it to the top of the country charts, and they were like,
Yeah.
the song doesn't have enough country elements. But the only real thing that wasn't country about it was the beat, right? Which still featured like country-esque elements.
I call that bullshit because we all know that country is for people who aren't hip enough for rap.
That's what cuz there's this YouTuber called Sean C, right? Who does like reaction stuff like that. He's like a music YouTuber. And he was talking about that, and he said that you know, a lot of people say that it's possibly a race issue because the guy who made it's black, and he's like, that's a possibility. I'm not gonna confirm nor deny whether I believe or don't, but he's like, the truth of the matter is, you know, the whole thing behind country is like multiple country artists themselves have stated it. It's rap for people who don't like black people. So it's like,
I didn't want to say that.
Well, no, but that's how he stated it, right? And it's like,
Yeah.
realistically speaking, you know what I mean? Like, in its roots, kinda. Even though its roots originate from black culture. But, like, the whole thing is, like, it's just been adopted by, you know, a casually, like, racist white man or,
Country,
you know, whatever.
Country nowadays is pretend rock stars trying to be rap stars.
Right. And that's what
That
that's what brought that whole like conversation into existence, because it's like, what do country artists talk about that rappers don't talk about? That you can state that this song isn't country enough.
I can tell you one thing that rappers have not done, and that is use a dirt road as a metaphor to describe a woman.
Probably because that's more fucked up than even most rappers would be willing to state. That's really fucked. Like,
do you know the country song I'm talking about though?
No.
There's like this country song, and like the dude's like, "Girl, you're like a dirt road" or some shit like that. And I'm like thinking of that. It was
whack.
I was like, okay, I get it. Trucks travel through dirt roads because every country star likes trucks.
Yeah.
Because they're compensating. But now I'm eating gum. I hope you guys can't hear me chewing gum. But anyway. It's like, okay, So, what is a dirt road? A dirt road is a piece of land that's been so fucked that people just drive over it.
Right?
So in my mind, I'm like, are like, it's a romance song,
And
but
you're
you're
calling her a slut?
and you're calling it is it works way better as a metaphor for calling someone a slut. Yet it's supposed to be like a legitimate like
That
love
just
song to a
doesn't.
chick.
No, that's like stupidity, right? That's just
Yeah.
blatant stupidity. That's so dumb. Uh,
That that reminds me of speaking of sluts, that reminds me of something. There
okay.
was this person, and like I'm not gonna say any names, but she gets around a lot.
Okay.
Like she's kind of young, and she already has like a couple children already.
Okay.
And she made this comment of pregnant's in the air. I'm gonna hold my breath until I turn blue. And I made the comment. I was like, well, if you had your mouth open more often, you wouldn't be getting pregnant as much.
She. 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 I like that a lot.
You gonna tell you what makes that awkward? When you
What?
say that out loud in front of your family.
I like that. I like that a lot. That's really good. That's a good bit. I like that. That's good. That's comedy. You want to talk about comedy? That's comedy. Holy shit. Man. Fuck.
Also on that subject, last night I was on a Discord server, and like this dude was like obviously trolling around. He was like kind of like ticking off people. So I was like, I'll handle this. And you know how I am when I say I handle this.
Yeah.
So I DM'd the dude, and my goal is just to keep him going. Just keep him going with the whole entire trolling shit for me, so that he wouldn't be messing with other people. And I was just fucking telling people, like, hey, this is what this person's saying and shit. I think I got him.
I think I got it.
I think I got him. No, he like I don't know if I should. I said some pretty inappropriate stuff. So we wait
Vaguely
until after the
racist?
nothing racist.
Okay. Not this time.
But like no, I wanted to see like because when it comes to me like doing crap like that, I have no boundaries. I would go as far as possible. To test their boundaries because
Yeah,
obviously
You're very chaotic good. It's strange. Well, no,
Like-
you're more like chaotic neutral. You're like a very, like, you just do it because you want to do it. It's just most of the stuff you end up doing ends up being good in some twisted way for no real reason.
like so here's the thing. Okay, I'll mention something, and if it's too inappropriate, then you can cut it out.
I can cut anything you say out that is, like, fucked.
Yeah. So here's what happened. So at one point, he said something to me, and I responded with, "Was like, well, I guess I won't show you nudes of my girlfriend. I don't have a girlfriend." I was like, I was gonna show you nudes of my girlfriend. I guess I'm not anymore. And then I went on to talk about how I'm gay, and that my girlfriend doesn't know that I'm gay. And the only reason why I'm with her is to trick my very right-wing parents.
He created like this elaborate ass hoax of a story. I like that. No, that's funny. We're not cutting that out. There's nothing wrong with that. That's just funny.
And then I was like, how can I make this take a step forward? So I mentioned the fact that when I bang my girlfriend, I always have to take Viagra to trick her into believing that I'm still attracted to her.
Was this Sean or was this him?
No, this was me.
Okay.
No, like the person was messing with a friend that I know, And that's why I was like, you know what? I'm gonna mess with the person.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, I was like, you kind of put my friend into a bad mood, so I'm gonna be a little bit of an asshole.
he said, I have to take Viagra and convince her that I'm still attracted to her. That's fucking comedy. That's comedy. Shit.
Okay. Here's something you might go ahead to cut. But he talked about how he was all I kept calling him a cuck, and he was like wondering why I kept calling him a cuck. And I was like, fine, I can just start calling you a cunt. He was like, well, I'm Australian. I went and said, oh, my bad. I don't have to call you a cunt. That's already implied.
That's just comedy. No, there's nothing.
And
unless
then,
you,
and then
unless you.
And then I mentioned something about lewds, and he went and said he had something about like he can do a Google search on that. And I said, wow, have to use Google for everything? No wonder you're kind of cunts.
That one's. You can't refer to anything as your kind. That's.
And he said, how does using Google make everyone in my country a cunt? And I said, it doesn't. It doesn't. You being a cunt makes you a cunt. It's just an excuse to call you one. He sent back a sad face. And he said a lot of people called me a cunt. And I responded with, ow. Wish I knew how that felt.
That's good. That's a very Sean response. I like that one. That one's fun. That's fun. That's all it is. That was just fun.
Yeah, I stayed until like 3 o'clock in the fucking morning doing that shit.
That's crazy.
I was like, I don't care. I don't care.
You don't got shit to do there anyways.
No, I had shit to do. But I'm like, in reality, I'll make time.
Was that during your visit to your family?
No, that was last night. We don't need to talk about my visit to Oklahoma, because I got a little bit into those brewskis.
Uh-huh. Did you pull another 3D glasses incident?
No. Surprisingly, I didn't buy anything.
That's crazy. I thought that was like the first thing you did.
I didn't buy anything. I can tell you, earlier that day, before we started like partying around, my uncle, he randomly throws a Nutty Bar box onto the floor, and my aunt finds out, and she's wondering who ate the last Nutty Bar and left the box in the cupboard. So she's going around blaming people and everything, and we're like all telling her, like, we didn't have it, we swear. And then the night goes on, and I'm at the point where I'm already hammered. And
okay.
And my uncle, he goes over to the cupboard and he pulls out a Nutty Bar. And he went and said, no one didn't have the last Nutty Bar. I kept it in the cupboard and I threw the box to make it look like someone did. And I went and said, give me that Nutty Bar. And he throws it to me. No matter how hammered I am, I can still catch a Nutty Bar.
I'll always make
take
myself.
it out. I take it out, and I was like, "You guys want to take pictures of me eating the Nutty Bar?"
Why?
And they were like, "Yes, we got to do this." So there's pictures of like me like holding up like the Nutty Bar and me like about to eat it and everything. And then my aunt found out about it.
That's good. That's good. That's really good. So did you like send them to her?
No. One of the people there showed her the next day.
I thought that the concept was you wanted it to be seen though.
I don't know what the concept was. I don't know what I was thinking.
Huh.
I eventually got to the point where my family had to cut me off. So they started giving me exclusively water. And I somehow managed to fuck up with water. So I go into my room where I was sleeping at, and I have the water there. And I don't know what I did, but somehow the cup of water ended up on the floor, spilled over. So I go and I go to get a refill of water. I'm not telling anyone about it. I don't want to get in trouble. So then I go back into my room and I lay it down on the desk that's on top of the computer desk. And I'm just on the chair. I'm just swinging around with my legs up, and I kick over the bottle of water on top of the computer.
God damn it!
A cup of water. I kicked over the cup of water on top of the computer, and I was like, "Oh no!"
Jesus Christ!
The computer still works.
Nice. God. You're not
That's all we need.
You're not trustable while under the influence. You're really not. You do too much, man.
Each member of my family has only seen me drunk once, and from what they keep telling me, that's more than enough.
Nah, I can't stand that shit, dog. It's fucking disgusting.
Well, I do things. Well, you know what, Nick? I like to do things legally.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like to be an illegal adult.
Uh-huh.
I can't afford to do drugs.
I can't either. I don't.
Yeah.
I'll have you know.
I don't either.
Uh-huh.
You know how hard that would. This is me sober. You know how hard it would be me tripping on fucking acid.
Weren't you the one planning to take shrooms at one point?
We're not talking about that.
Do I have to cut that out?
I'm talking about the mushrooms on the pizza.
Do I have to cut that out, or are we keeping that bit?
Stop, Nick, what do you call an Italian tomato? A tomato.
No!
Tomato. There's a reason why they call me 23 chromosomes. Nick? So, welcome back to Sean's podcast. Today, we're going to talk about why Nick doesn't talk to me anymore. Here's 5 reasons. Number 5. I made a stupid tomato joke. Number 4. I'm a little bit too white for his tasting. Number 3. I can somehow say something really smart and then follow it up with something really dumb. Number 2. I have a squeaky voice. Number 1. Nick doesn't like when I do count-offs. Number 0.5. He doesn't like it when I make the count-offs way longer than they should be. Number 0.5. Don't have another reason. I just like pie. Oh, he's back. Welcome back to Podcast The Abridged Series. What?
Welcome back to Podcast The Abridged Series, aka the most unintelligible form of comedy. Hey, it's your boy, Young Kiyoma, aka the AKA Master, aka the man, the myth, the Yu-Gi-Oh card, aka Nick. And who are you?
It's your boy, Chromosome 23.
It's always a variation of that. Just, hey, it's Young 23 Chromosomes, or hey, it's 23 chromosome guy, or hey, it's your boy, Young Chromosome 23 to the 23rd power, you feel me? Jesus Christ. I'm so pissed. Oh man, this episode was supposed to be about something, and I totally forgot what it was.
So I want to make a comic book.
Okay, go for it. I'm down. I'm
So
also
the
working
comic
on
book.
something like kind of like that.
So, the comic book. My idea for it is called The Leftovers.
Okay.
They are the group of group of superheroes that no one else wants. But together, my idea is that together they can actually do some things.
Some things.
Not a lot.
but when they can do something, whew, man.
So I've been coming up with some characters and stuff for it. I mean, so the ones that I come up with so far, this is all blueprint stuff. It's not yet fact. We got the plot device. The plot device's superpower is that he makes sure the plot continues. Without him, there is no plot. He can't really do anything in the plot. He's just there to move the plot.
Give us an example, Sean.
So there would be like a time where the plot device isn't there, and like the leftovers are fighting a bad guy, but they can't end the fight because they don't have anything to move the plot with. So then the plot device comes in and saves the day by letting them finish the plot.
Like that. That's good.
And then we have I know the characters I came up with. Notes. The right behind. What does he do? I can tell you what he does. He can run.
I can tell you what he do.
I'll tell you what he do. He run, reverse. He ain't no skipping forward, he's skipping backwards. Yeah, that's right. We got...
Think Reverse Flash, but literally Reverse Flash.
Literally. We got Captain Atlas. He can hear land. That's right. He can hear the land. He can go He can go to any geographical area and he can just use his ears and he can figure out the land.
No earthquakes here, denizen.
And then we got Tim the janitor. He's not really part of the team. He's just the janitor. Just a janitor. That's it. That's all I got so far.
Okay. Oh shit.
It's work in progress.
Interesting and wacky concept. What about some villains, man? What are some villains of the leftovers?
I have one called Sir Vulgar.
Okay.
He hurts people's feelings with words.
The worse harder the word is, the worse it is. The more physical damage he does to somebody that hears it. Like if he says like a hard ass like fuck, like somebody like that hits you like right in the stomach. You know what I mean?
He'll be like, that's right, the Bill Cosby show's funny. And he'll be like, oh, you're not allowed to say that this day and age.
Sorry, but I think you're stupid.
You can't use that word anymore. That's all I got.
That's fair. That's interesting. Not at all, but that's interesting. I have to feign interest. Otherwise, I'm a bad friend.
Who would win in a death battle? Captain Marvel versus Captain Marvel versus Captain Marvel versus Captain Marvel versus Captain Marvel.
If you choose any Captain Marvel that isn't Captain Marvel, you're a fucking fraud. So.
Well, I have to.
That's right. You heard me. A Captain Marvel who isn't Shazam loses that fight. Y'all cannot convince me otherwise.
Yeah, because Shazam has got that empathy card right there. That's right. He's an orphan.
I mean, no, he has the power of Shazam.
He's
So
he's electric.
Shazam's just he's just like Superman, but like pre-crisis. So like the current Superman, I feel like Shazam's stronger than the current Superman. Just base, obviously not like some of the shit that he does, but like base, like current Superman, I feel like Shazam's stronger than.
Yeah. Is there anything else that we have to talk about?
Nah, not really. That's why I was asking how long we've been recording, because it's like we might just wrap it up here, honestly. You know, it's a little bit shorter than usual, but I mean it's not bad. You know, it's your first one back. You know, you're getting in the swing of things again. You only missed one, but it feels like we haven't recorded in like 2 years.
All right, Nick. Fuck, marry, kill.
Yeah.
Fuck, marry, kill. Doctor Doom,
Okay.
Venom, Magneto.
Alright. Magneto dead, gone. Doctor Doom sticks with me. That's my guy. Also, I don't want to be on his bad side when he inevitably becomes ruler of the world for the 5th time. Alright? And Venom, last option. Because, like, that'd probably be fucking crazy. You know what I mean?
You know what? That's probably my same answer. But however, my logic is different. My logic is differently. So, I would marry Doctor Doom because he has his own country, and he's obviously living in an anarchy, or he's the king of the country. So
you mean monarchy? Anarchy is dismantling.
Yeah, monarchy. So I'll marry him, and then I'll kill him, and then take over his land.
You will not kill Doctor Doom. I'm sorry, Sean, you're not killing Doctor Doom. But also, think about it. Doctor Doom, whenever the Marvel Universe is in a situation where, like, they can't beat somebody, and they go, the only thing that can beat this thing is this power, and there needs to be a vessel for this power, and nobody is strong enough, they always take Doctor Doom, because they're like, if somebody is strong enough, it's him. And then he always becomes literally God and kills everybody.
So because
that's mad.
I want my own country. I want to be a princess to a queen to my own country.
That'd be sick, yeah.
I would bang Venom because he can shapeshift and stuff.
Yeah, like that'd be. But think about how crazy it'd be at the same time.
I don't think I'd feel safe doing it. But
I mean,
and then I'll murder Magneto because he calls the Marvel zombie universe, and I don't want none of that shit going on.
That's true. Also, he's just not cool, man. He's not as cool as the other two. Like, the other two are really cool characters, and he's kind of lame.
I don't know. I kind of like Magneto more than Venom. Unpopular.
I mean, he's got a cool character arc. Like, he's got a cool personality and shit, but it's just like, as a character, like, compared to the other ones, he's just not as cool.
Magneto could defeat a Terminator.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Venom and Doctor Doom probably could, too, to be fair.
I don't know about Venom.
Probably not Venom. Doctor Doom defeats most things. Like, he's stronger than the Avengers. You know that, right? Not all of them combined, but if he's going against all of them one-on-one, he wins.
There's no consistency in that.
There is consistency.
Not in the Marvel universe.
The only Avenger he has, there's only 2 Avengers he has trouble with, and the only one that I really see beating him is Thor, because he's smarter than Hulk.
Alright.
So he kind of bodies Hulk. He bodies everybody else because everybody else doesn't matter. Captain America, please. Iron Man, please. Spider-Man, please. And Thor would have to use, like, he'd have to go Berserker mode.
Well,
He'd
no,
have to get, like,
I
upset.
I wouldn't say Spider-Man. Because
I'd say Spider-Man.
no, because the 1970s cartoon of Spider-Man, Doom was the main villain.
Ah, yes. You mean the one that is no longer canon?
So
Well, nah. Due to how many Spider-Man canons there are, it probably is canon. It's just not in the main Marvel universe.
it's in an alternate universe, okay? There's an infinite number of universes of Spider-Man.
That's true.
Where's my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles crossover with Spider-Man? Everyone wants it.
Yeah, it's true. Where's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles crossover? I don't care if you're a DC property. Get the fuck over here.
Mm-hmm. Come on,
You heard me.
Green Goblin with the Shredder.
That'd be sick.
Mm-hmm.
Spider-Man chilling with, like, who would he chill? He'd chill with Michelangelo probably.
Think about it. Venom, Crane.
No, Carnage, Krang.
Carnage, Crane.
That'd be fucking amazing.
Vulture with Bebop and Rocksteady.
The Fodders, as I like to call them.
Doc Ock.
They're starting a new band called the Fodder, the Fodders.
Doc Ock and Dr. Backstrom. Those are the only combinations I can think of. Wait, hold on. What was the evil turtle?
I don't fucking.
The
remember.
evil turtle
Do
in
you
Venom.
remember this shit?
The evil turtle in Venom.
I just said fuck if I know. I don't remember this shit.
Thanks, Nick. I'm just saying.
Thanks, Sean.
When I feel uncomfortable in a situation, you can tell you what I just say. I just go with the good old
What?
nice.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, it works all the time. Like I walk into a room and the person's in mid-sentence and the guy goes, "Oh yeah," and I found out she was a dude. Awkward. So what do? I go, "Nice." I don't think it works in that context. You know what I...
All right. Well, with that, I think it's about time we start heading off. You know, this is Sean's first Thursday back. I feel like, you know,
I'm
we
not
had
saying I'm in
a
the...
lot of meaningful, meaningful conversations here.
I'm not saying I'm in the...
But we'll talk to you guys later. Goodbye.
I mean, just because someone wears a skirt